Welcome to the new video, and here we are kibitzing one of the most spectacular chess players on Chesscube. So as we can see here, black is dominating here, one rook and one pawn ahead. White was disconnected, but it doesn't matter because black here just wins easily. Okay, so white forfeits by disconnection. Here is another game, but the opponent resigned, and let's take a look at another game. Okay, so let's take a look at attacking chess. Okay, so what is white doing here? He's sacrificing pawns to open the files. Now white has some attack with queen and bishop. And now white has all 5 pieces in attack. Now this queen to g7 would be deadly, but it is difficult to stop this white queen. Now check, and the rook has to sacrifice itself, and it's checkmate. A very nice, very beautiful checkmate combination here. Okay, here is the next game. So white just goes to the attack right from the beginning of the game. Okay, this king and this queen, I mean those black king and queen setup is very bad, and here bishop to b5 is just winning a lot of material. However, queen to h5 was played, which is also good, and now threatens checkmate if queen moves. If black queen cannot move now, it has to be blocked somehow and sacrifice material. Black that didn't sacrifice material, so he was checkmated. Okay, so as we can see in the results, our man here is the leader of the tournament, and here is another game, and this time let's see it from the point of view of the opponent, so we will have an idea how does it feel like to face this spectacular player. Okay, so now everything seems okay. But now the open diagonal is taken advantage of immediately by black, and black rook penetrates into white's camp. And now under time pressure, white blunders his queen. Queen goes down, and it's resignation time. The pressure was just too big. Okay, here is another game, and a very strong opponent, so maybe he will be able to finally beat this unstoppable guy here. Okay, so this white setup in fact is bad, and we'll see in a few moves why. Okay, so obviously he wants to open G and H files, but this setup, it doesn't really work. Okay, he has the advanced g-pawn, but now things start to complicate, and now the rook on a1 is hanging. Okay, so queen attacks it, and the rook has to go to d1, otherwise it's all over. But he exchanges queen, which was a mistake. The key for white to keep the position was to double the queen and the rook on the d file. So now, as you can see, everything falls for white, and the whole position of white goes down the drain. Everything was so well coordinated on black side that white is lost now. However, because of his excellent sense of time, white wins on time. And here is another game. Okay, so here is a non-mover, or a zero mover, so let's just skip this nonsense. He forfeits on time, and let's go to another game. Okay, so here is maybe not very good playing of white, because he makes a lot of moves with his queen, but he has already some material advantage, so it is not so bad after all. Okay, so he exchanges the queen because the queen doesn't have much choices to maneuver here, and now he opens the flank files, forks and takes material, and now this is an instructive way of playing chess. So the rook on the open file goes to the 7th, then the 2 pigs on the 7th, and it's all over. Now the bishop goes down, and soon afterwards king goes down. Checkmate. Okay, here is another one. Now he plays the black pieces. Okay, so here, because of the time handicap, white player had a lot more time, so he doesn't make blunders in the opening, so nothing interesting at the moment is going on. Okay, and now both sides have similar time. And now black starts to win on time. Black doubles his heavy pieces on the c-file, and now sacrifices the deflection. The knight is sacrificed for the queen to take and then checkmate, but white doesn't fall for this trap. However, black wins material, so either it's win on time or by checkmate. So here white was unable to make a move and he forfeited on time, and another one, resignation in response to offering to double the stakes, so another win, and here is the next game. A very strong player with white pieces. Okay, and this bishop move was a mistake. It's game over now. This bishop, playing this bishop was a very bad move to any square. So now we just watch the continuation of this blunder. Black just wins easily. Yes, so no defense, promotion and checkmate. Okay, and here is another game. A very high-rated woman chess player on black side. So slowly white gets material advantage. Now we are having technical problems. Yeah, so okay, we are back after some computer issues. In the meantime, black lost a lot of material. So now white has the rook on the open file, and now it's ready to give a check, and now there is a tight checkmate net around black's king. So now rook to a7 is checkmate. Let's take a look. Here is a woman chess player from Spain, Luisa Baena, a highly rated woman chess player over 1900. And here is another game. Let's flip the board. Okay, and here is the battery of queen and bishop already. So white must be careful. And the rook is here, and he took with the knight, which was a blunder because knight was guarding the key square, and white forgot about this and was checkmated. Here is another one. Okay, so here there is a knight hanging and the rook hanging. So immediately white notices it, and it's checkmate because the king was so unfortunately situated that losing material was not the only matter here. It was only the whole game. And here is another game. This time a strong player with white pieces, probably a football fan. Okay, so the white bishop and the white knight are hanging, but somehow he manages to exchange them. And after all the smoke clears, we can see that white isn't so bad at all. Slightly worse in material, but black has big time advantage. So here black just switches into defensive mode, and now he only needs to make any move that doesn't lose material and black will win on time. And that's what he's doing, defensive mode. And white forfeits on time. Here is another game, this time with a very strong opponent. So maybe he will manage to beat this unstoppable guy. Okay, queen goes to attack, knight supports, but is defended. Okay, so another piece is taken into attack. Black king is in trouble, but fortunately for black, he defends the key squares. Okay, so black managed to defend his king, but now white starts to attack on the d-file with two strong rooks. Now he also puts bishop into action, and all the forces concentrated in the center, and white just pushes his pieces through the center and squeezes the opponent. Now all the black pieces are falling down, and it's now a matter of a few moves. And a checkmate. Okay, so as we can see, he is leading in the tournament with a big advantage. And here is the next game. Another very strong player with white pieces. Let's see what he can do. Actually not much, because he's losing material. And he resigns. Understandable in such position. Okay, and here we have a quick material gain from the unstoppable guy. And it's checkmated. I even didn't notice this checkmate. Probably the queen went to h7. Okay, here is another one. And also a very good player here, over 2000 rated. Yeah, so again, losing material. The question is only, will it be a checkmate or forfeit some time? So I guess he chose the option of losing on time, because it looks like he will not move. I doubt he is taking so much time to think about his next move, because he played quickly. So in desperation he just here froze in his tracks. And white forfeits some time. Let's just take a look at his statistics. Very highly rated, over 2400. Still unable to do anything against our man here. Okay, so here is another one. There is a battery of bishop and queen ready to strike, but it's not dangerous because white defends. Okay, and game was aborted because of the time limit of this tournament, but because of material advantage, white would win this without problems. On this level, one knight ahead is more than enough to win a game, especially with a lower rated player. And here are the final results.